Traders, welcome to the TMT stock market strategy video for Tuesday, January 13th. Well, we got a little bit of a push up, and then we kind of faded into the late afternoon with the short covering rally at the end of the day. So yet again, we're trying to build a little bit of a base here. As you know, for those of you who've been watching the videos, I am looking for some sort of an oversold bounce. I wouldn't even call it we got it yesterday, but nonetheless, at least we held the lows in the Pro Trade Premier video. I identified a lot of the lows here which held, and that's going to be a really key pivotal low here. If we break the lows that identified in the Pro Trader Premier video, we're going to go lower, and right now that's not the case. So we're holding into some early pre-market gains. We're up about 14 in the ES, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to show you just a couple of indicators here. One, as you guys know, the McClellan oscillator. We bounced right off of the negative 70, so we're starting to come back into this area. Remember, 0, we're in neutral territory. We have plenty of room to run to the upside. And that 20 in the Bollinger Band here is coming in at negative 13. So even if we get to that area, we should have a decent size bounce here, okay? So just wanted to let you know there's plenty of room to the upside to run. Now, I'm going to watch this oversold bounce if it does materialize really, really carefully. And why? Because I want to see if this is for real or if it's just an oversold bounce. We have been down over about 160 plus S&P points in about 8 trading days. That's a lot to go down real quick, guys. So that's why I'm expecting a little bit of an oversold bounce. If that bounce fails, I'm going to give you some upside targets where we can start looking to get short the market here, okay? Now let's take a look at the VIX. Another reason why I think we get an oversold bounce, we have our TMT VIX trading system, and this is an end of day, but we do have an intraday trading system that we use, and we implement highly profitable. You can see here, every time it closes outside the band, closes back in the band, that'll give a buy signal to the market, a sell signal to the VIX. So you could sell volatility on this just alone. And again, we're back in the band. We took out the low. So this is why I think that we're going to go a little bit higher here, guys. Okay, so just keep an eye on your shorts. If you are short, tighten up your shorts. Make sure you protect your profits. Real important. But at least this tells me that we should bounce yet again today, or at least get a little bit of follow through. I mean, we wiped out at one point all of our gains, pretty much all of the gains from yesterday during the intraday trading session right around the lunchtime, and then gradually got a little bit of it back. All right, let's go right into that daily chart. You can see the spiders here. We held these areas here, 193.50 back above it, so that'll act as support again. You can see here in our daily area, 193.50, support here at 187. That's going to be a bigger area of support here. And then, of course, that August low that comes into play. Watch this. We need to see this break back above the trend line area. We have a long way to go for your RSI to even get up here. Sometimes it just kisses it and then starts to roll back down again. By that means if it does travel up here, I'm thinking about somewhere in this area we get back up. And again, that bear flag pattern and then fail again. That's what I'm anticipating. That's what I'm looking for. So, again, one step at a time. Let's let the market decide what it wants to do, and then we can play that accordingly. Held here, as you can see, the IWM, terrible chart, guys. Can't even get a bounce back up. Remember that that one candle and I'll show that to you in the next chart. But I like to see at least a 50% bounce. I mean, if we can't even get that, that's just really ugly. This M pattern that we identified worked out just like a charm. We're back here holding these lows ever so slightly. So again, watch these lows. We need to really, we're going to really need to hold these areas to get at least back to that 8, and then of course that 20-day moving average at 109.98, and that's going to be our at least possible areas where we possibly will get short. Okay, but again, we're way away yet. We still have a little bit of work to do. Here is the the transportation sector. Again, held this key pivotal low. I showed you this, the volume zones yesterday. Very careful. These do work. This is the last line in the sand here. And again, on Monday next week, we'll go into the weekly videos. I'll show you some where we need to hold support. Looking for that 8 and that 20 here. Okay, so this is where I'm suspected where the next bounce will be here, and then of course that 20-day moving average. Diamonds. Well, we did get a little bit of a bounce, but again, we got a couple of long-legged dojis here. So let's see if we can get back above. I like to see yesterday's high get taken out in all of the indexes. If we can have a little bit of legs and get yesterday's high get taken out, then we're going to really squeeze the shorts and really push them up here to the 8 and the 20. Again, could care less if I'm a buyer or a seller. I'm just following what the market patterns are telling me. Okay, M pattern, as you can see, the target was met. So looking really good here so far, guys. Qs, lastly, is the Q support 102.70. And again, we still need to break back above that RSI here. First target, again, would be the 8, and then, of course, that 200, which would coincide nicely with the 20. That would be a really good spot to short if, indeed, we can get a nice big move higher. Right up in here, that 20 will coincide with this 200. That's going to be that target area. That's what I'm looking for in the Qs to short. And I'll be watching, of course, the big cap tech Apples, the Googles, and the Baidus, and price lines, and the Facebook. I want to see what it does. And if they all rally or they stall, when the Qs start to stall, that's going to be a great short. All right. Hope it helps everybody. Please use your stops. Volatility is back. Thank God. That's going to give us a good opportunity to make some money. Have a great day. We'll speak to you tomorrow. Take care.